Did you ever felt like your life hit you so hard that you cannot get up? Did you felt like your life never gonna be the same? Everything you're trying is not helping you. In this video, I'm gonna share my personal tips how I overcome rock bottom, how slowly by slowly you can step into your power and become the best version of yourself. Hello guys, my name is Igor and this channel all about self-development and self-development journey. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So first things you need to do, you need to make a solid decision. Why is so important? Because actually all decisions that we make in our life shifting our reality. It's not just from the reality perspective, also it's from energetic field. We live in a third dimensional world and there's a fourth dimension. And when we change this shift, our reality start to change step by step. So basically when you decided you want to change your life, your brain subconsciously deciding to cut off everything that's not important. And eventually your reality and the life will start to change and shift to the perspective that you need to have. But sometimes it can be not that obvious. The problem is that when you decided to shift your life, to change your life, to go out from that rock bottom, the life will slowly by slowly will give you opportunities. It will give you situations to go through it step by step. But sometimes it can be too painful because when the shifts start to change, your whole world start to changing with your friends, with your family members, with your job, with everything. Like when you decided solidly that you want to change your life, believe me, your life will change because it's happened with me the same way. When I decided to go out from the rock bottom, when I decided to go out and change my life from health issues that I had before, from the situation with the relationship that I had before, with the finances that I had before, life slowly started to change in my favor. But the problem is that was not obvious for me. And sometimes because when you're stuck in that emotions, in that rock bottom, when you're stuck in that pain, you don't see the result, you don't see anything happening very quickly, and you're just like getting more anxious and you're getting more depressed. But when you start to change in your mind to thinking like actually everything's working out for you, then your life already start to shifting. In any way it's shifting, but this depends which intention you put behind it. Because if you put that intention that everything is still so hard, then you will just like stress out, feel very hard for yourself, and you will not see that results. You will not see that slowly life is changing in your favor. And it's give you the possibility to realize which things you want. If you have a breakup with your partner, you have a clear idea right now which type of partner you are in your life. If you lost your job and you hate your job before and you feel like I will never find a new job again, this is actually an opportunity to see that life give you possibility, life give you chance to find the job that you want. Because first the old things need to go in order new things come in your life. When you open up space for the new things in your life, this is a spiritual laws. When you let go the old things, the new things will come. So it can be with your job, it can be with your business, it can be with the situation, with your relationship, with your family, whatever it is in your life, whatever you feel hard, you look opposite. What did you want? Actually, the life show you what you really want. A couple of years when I was in the music industry and I was like having big placements with big US artists, I was like feeling then slowly by slowly I was draining. And although I have like success in a way for some people because I have a lot of placements, I have a lot of opportunities with a lot of artists, people seeing that I'm succeeding, but actually from my perspective inside I was deeply like empty and I feel this thing is not for me. I felt that like this pain inside and that frustration that I have, and I didn't understand. But when I hit that rock bottom, I actually realized the passion I have. I realized more about which type of life I want. I realized which things is important to me, which friends important to me, which partner is important to me. But when you making that decision and when the things start to change in your life, sometimes people doing opposite instead of like facing their emotions, because emotions showing you actually what do you want in your life. People saying that envy actually is a bad emotion, but it depends how you view it. For example, if you saw your friend or your family or somebody having something and you feel that enviness inside, turn this into inspiration, because if other person can make it, then you can make it. If other person can succeed, then you can succeed. Turn that emotions. When you feel anger on people talking to you and you're feeling like, why I feel this anger, and people escaping that emotion, but actually that's disrespect from other people. When you feel like somebody crossing your boundaries and you escaping those emotions, you putting them inside to people please others, just think it's okay, but those emotions will bottle up inside of you and eventually you will feel more harder, more depressed, more anxious. You need to learn to sit with your emotions, write it down and realize which things do you want and which things you don't want, because that pain showing you what it is that you don't want. But when you sit down and write in the journal which things you want, and also you sit with those emotions, you release those emotions. A lot of people don't know how to handle emotions. They are putting that emotions inside of themselves, and their life is depressed. Their life is anxious. They're using drugs, they're using alcohol. When you're right now in this hard position, in hard time, and I know it can be so emotionally drained, it can be fearful, it can be hard, but you can go through it. If other people can do it, you can do it. If other people can figure out, then you can figure it out. Most of the successful entrepreneurs, successful people overcome the hard adversities. Some people go to jail. Some people lost their family, they lost their partner. Some people overcome some health issues. And in that adversities, they found themselves. Define the things that you want. When you realize those things, create a small habits. One habit by another habit. If you decided you want to be more healthier, instead of eating that McDonald's every day, you start to eat that McDonald's 3 times per week. You start to eat then 1 time per week. You slowly introduce like vegetables, fruits, whole foods. When you decided you want to go to the gym and you are like very skinny, you slowly by slowly learning how to do exercise. You learning which type of food is better to eat. Everything is a process. And in that process, you're becoming better step by step. Last year, when I decided I need to figure out how to eat more healthy, how to be more healthy, and I was like, every day I was reading at least like 30 minutes books about the health, or maybe I find something on YouTube videos. I realized which type of food better to eat. I realized which type of food is not good to eat. I figure out which food giving you energy, which food restoring your nerve system, which food is helping your digestion. So for example, I use ChatGPT and I write, find me top 10 people who lived the longest in the last like 200 years, right? And I found a list and I see like which type of food they was eating. I realized some of the things of course can be a genetics, because there was a people who don't have strict diet. They was just like drinking alcohol or smoking, and they was still living like till 100 years. But for those people who don't have good genetics, there was like structure, like long living people was not eating meat constantly. They eating fish like 3 times per week. They eat a lot of fruits, they eat a lot of vegetables, they eat nuts, they eat seeds and this type of thing. And just this process make me more curious, and I learn more and more and more. And right now, like, I know which type of food is helping me. I know which type of food is detoxifying me. I know which ways can detoxify body easily, and the body can be more healthier. So this is just a process. Create small habits, you learn, you find information, you try it out, you test it. You're making step by step, day by day, like one foot in front of the another foot, just to live in the present moment and try to not stress out, because stressing out actually blocking that manifestation to go through these obstacles. More you're stressing out, more is affecting you mentally. Try to learn how to rewire your brain to live in the present moment, because future is just an idea and the past doesn't exist, because it's just a memory. And just live in the present moment. In that present moment, you are figuring out these whole things. You're not stressing out. You're living in peace, in creativity. But when you like constantly stressing out, you're putting you that state of fear, and that state of fear just like destroying you. Try to figure it out the people or the things that draining your energy, because your mental health is the most important thing. You need to figure it out how to put up the boundaries, because when you're putting out that boundaries, you're prioritizing yourself, you're taking care of yourself, of your mental health. Because your mental health, the most important thing over other people, over your partner, over your wife, over your family members, things is not important if your mental health in a very hard stage. Release yourself from that toxic environment. Release yourself from that environment that affecting you, that dragging you down, that always draining that energy or making you feel like stuck. Because sometimes we stuck in our life because of the people surrounding us. Sometimes those people can be good, but we cannot see that actually they can be energy vampires, they can be a narcissist, they can be just people who benefiting you by not having that boundaries, and you're not setting up that boundaries and they are dragging you down. Like maybe you are people pleasing, maybe you're trying to help other people and neglecting yourself. When you're already in that rock bottom, you need to decide what is priority. You are the priority and you're on the first place, and cut off those people. Try to minimize conversation with them, because because toxic people can influence your mindset, because toxic people can be contagious and they can give you that toxicity. And with that toxicity, you will just feel like, okay, I cannot do it. I will stop. Oh, those people also going through the same struggles and they cannot do it. It's okay for me. You're putting yourself in that self-pity. But when you cut them off, when you start to watch YouTube videos and see how people succeeding, how people going through the obstacles and overcome those obstacles, you're trying to figure out how to be more resilient. You put yourself in that process, and step by step, you will figure it out, these things. As I said, stop to being that self-pity. Stop to always feeling sorry for yourself, hard for yourself. You just need to understand that you're growing, you're in a process. If you didn't do something today, then you will do that tomorrow, but don't put yourself with that guilt feeling, because you're putting yourself guilt, and that guilt is contagious. More you're thinking of that, more you stuck on that, and brain keep wallowing inside with that thinking like, I cannot do that, I'm so poor, I'm so horrible. Go outside from that victim mentality, because when you put yourself in the victim mentality, you're showing yourself that you are not in control of your life. Because we can control our action, we can control our thoughts, we can control our mindset, we can control our decisions, effort, and attitude. Those things is helping you to go through the struggles. When you're putting yourself in that victim mentality, you attracting the same people with the same victim mentality, and people always just keep complaining about the life is not working for them. The life is so bad, the prices is so bad, the government is so bad, everything around them is so bad, like, and they putting in that state of victim mentality. I have the same family for myself. Like, for me, it was so hard to live with the family when they're always constantly complaining about the diseases, about the government, how government own them something. The government do not own anything to you. The health issues, the situation with the finances, with money, everything was like complaining, everything was a victim mentality. When you shift that perspective that, okay, I'm in control of my day today. What can I do to make more closer to my goal, to go out from this obstacle, to go out from this stress situation that I have, and structure your day, and slowly by slowly, day by day, create that habit and understand I'm in control. I'm in control of my life. I'm in control which people I put in my life. I'm in control with people surrounding me. I'm in control which type of lifestyle I want to live. Do I want to do workout? Do I want to do gym? Do I want to be healthy? You constantly making decision. Even though when you're not making decision, you still choosing. Decision is like a goal. Decision is like a belief, because you decide something, you want to change, and you believe in that, and you eventually like changing that life. Do not be in a victim mentality. Remove those peoples around you. Take a space from those people, and you will see by yourself. Make a test for yourself. Like, one day, just not communicating with toxic people. 1 week, not communicating with toxic people. And you will realize more things you're doing for yourself. You become more self-aware, which things you want in your life. You will see when you cut off those people from your life, or take a space with those people, you will see that life constantly start to change. Try to shift your mindset that every obstacle is actually opportunity to grow, actually opportunity to change, to become better. Because every obstacle, if you look at your past, if you really sit down and write it down and look at your past, you will see that actually every problem that you had in your life was guiding you for some good things. But every time you're stressing out, every time you're thinking, oh, how can be like this thing's happening to me, this things is so annoying, so hard, the life is so hard to me, the job I lost, I'm so unlucky, I'm so bad. And you just reaffirm that belief actually. But when you shift that mindset and you see you have some obstacle, you have some painful moments, you're going through them, and you will see in the future, in the long run, you will see that actually those obstacles was helping you to shape as a person you are. You will see that that obstacles was shaping you to the point that you change and your reality start to change. You become more resilient, you become more stronger, you become more confident, compassionate, you become the person that you always want to be. But those obstacles is shaping you, because our brain wired to seek that comfort, to always stuck in that comfort zone. Because the brain thinking like, if you step out from that comfort zone, if it's something unknown, it's a threat for you. But we're not living in an age when there's a bears hunting on you, the animals will eat you or stuff like that. Now is basically the era that we are stressing out all the small things, like a taxi driver not arriving on time, or somebody is late for 5-10 minutes. And we are stressing out constantly about different things in our lives, and we're putting ourselves in that survival mode. When you step out from that comfort zone, you're becoming more stronger, you teaching your brain that these things is actually good for you. Those things is actually you can make it. If you, for example, that person that not communicated much with other people, you're afraid to communicate with other people, just go outside, go to some place, maybe mastermind, maybe some park, place where you can like meet new people, find some groups with the people and eventually show yourself to those people. First, you will feel uncomfortable. First, you will feel like, so hard for me, maybe I don't need to do this, maybe I go back home, why I'm doing that? But actually, if you want to do that and it's really you want to do that from your heart, you will step out from that comfort zone. If you didn't set enough boundaries before and it's so hard, setting up boundaries is so uncomfortable, especially when people around you know you for a couple of years, like for 10-20 years. You never set up boundaries to your family and they don't understand even what is boundaries. And when you start to do that, they will start to talk about you. They are changed, that something's wrong with you, and this is gonna be a task for you if you want to like respect yourself, because setting boundaries is basically respecting yourself. When you have something in your life and you feel it's hard, or you hit some obstacles or a problem in your life, think like this, like, okay, which things I can learn from it and how it can help me in my life right now. So slowly you will rewire the brain to thinking just in this way, and every problem that you have, any situation that will pop up, is actually will just shift your mindset, and you will think already from a perspective, oh, what I can learn from it. Oh, nice. If this problem is come to me, then actually I can grow, actually I can change, and something is shifting in my life right now. So thank you guys for watching this video. Leave in the comment what you think about this video, and if you learned something, please subscribe for this channel, and see you in the next one.